Hello, friends, listeners. A year and a half ago, in June 2023, I created 3 short video posts here on my experiences with ChatGPT. I placed them in my playlists connected with English language study. My playlists may be titled also in Spanish or in Russian, depending on the language I lecture in. When I search for my own posts, I can find them by the contextual and thematic associations in my own big list of playlists. I apologize that it may be confusing for a new subscriber, but on the other hand, it encourages the curiosity of the listeners who are interested. Now I want to share with you about my latest experiences with fast replies to my clearly asked questions. I just enter my question into Google search and the AI reply appears in a fraction of a second on the top of the page. The questions may be about some address or hours of operation or regarding English grammar, vocabulary, etc., etc. While for younger people who practically in their cells and smart and iPhones maybe it is not surprising, then for me, an educator who learns and observes all my life, it is noticeable how much more efficient have become the answers of AI in the last year or 6 months. As a matter of fact, my own cell phone is quite old, an old generation Android Galaxy with a stylus. My provider's fee is very low, so low that I cannot go into the internet links from my cell. Now, it would be very limiting and almost dysfunctional. However, here exactly where AI comes in. It gives me the answer on the top of the page in my cell. It is not necessary to go into other links, which, as I just mentioned, I'm not able to go to with my cell phone. And it turns out that I do not need to. So here I will give an example of the search I made today, and where AI took over right away, providing a very good answer. My example will be in English vocabulary, since my main profession is teaching ESL, English for Immigrants, as I call it, in a simpler way. Those of you who already got the idea and not interested in listening to my English vocabulary example search, I want to remind before you stop watching, your question should be very clear and to the point. Then you will have a very fast and satisfactory reply, to the extent that you can save money on your internet service provider, which serves your cell phone. Also, as you can see, my cover slide says number 4, because I'm here continuing the topic of GPT, and now my topic made a turn to AI, so I have created a consistent cover slide with a slight change, adding there the brand mark of AI replying. For me, it is not separate from my GPT experience 1.5 years ago, but a consistent continuation of observing what changes we are going through in the field which penetrates our lives today. Do we want it or not? And now to my example from English vocabulary. So my question in the Google search line was: example sentences with the adjective unconsenting. AI overview gave me this nice reply in a fraction of a second. Number 1 sentence. Now will be 5 sentences. Number 1 sentence. The police investigation uncovered evidence of unconsenting sexual contact between the victim and the accused. Number 2 sentence. The company was accused of using unconsenting customers' data in their marketing campaign. Number 3 sentence. It is illegal to perform any medical procedure on an unconsenting patient. Number 4 sentence. The victim stated that the physical contact was completely unconsenting. Number 5. The court ruled that the agreement was invalid due one party's unconsenting signature. My explanation of the adjective unconsenting is against one's will, against one's wishes, forced under the circumstances. AI's quite good but long explanation that follows right away after the offered reply to the question is key points about unconsenting. It means not giving consent or not agreeing to something. It's often used in legal contexts, especially when discussing sexual assault cases. The adjective implies a lack of choice or agency on the part of the person involved. My last remark is that I'm not sure that the extended explanation will show on a low-budget cell. However, as I mentioned, if you have a clear, correctly written question, you will get an instant answer that will be sufficient without going into deep internet level or other links. Thank you for listening. I'm Zoia Eliseyeva from California on November 26th, 2024. Happy Thanksgiving! Hurrah!